Hi everyone. Today's lesson is about factorising quadratics, and we're going to be using the technique of splitting the middle term. Now, I've written up here in the top the standard form of the quadratic equation, and the thing that matters with quadratic equations, of course, is the coefficients. So A is the coefficient of the squared term, B is the coefficient of the linear term, or the one where x is to the first power, and c is the constant, just the number at the end. And different quadratics, of course, will have different values for a, b and c. Now, in order to factorise one like this, the first thing we note is that a does not equal positive 1, a equals negative 4. There's no common factor that we could take between negative 4, 5 and 6. We can't simplify by a common factor. So we have to use this new method, split the middle term. Now, as always, we begin by thinking about what the product a times c. Negative 4 by 6 is negative 24. And we consider the value of b. b equals positive 5. Now, before we can start this process, we have to find two numbers which multiply to equal ac, numbers that multiply to be negative 24. Now, I'm going to start just with the easiest possible pair, 1 times 24. Of course, negative 24 is the result I'm looking for, so I'll need to make sure that one of these numbers is negative and one is positive. And importantly, when I add these two numbers, I want them to give me a positive answer. So that tells me that the smaller one of the pair should be the negative. Now, does negative 1 add to 24 to equal the value of b? No, it does not. These are not the numbers I need. But I'll then continue. What's the next easiest factor? Negative 2 times 12. Does negative 2 plus 12 add to equal 5? No, it does not, but I'm getting a bit closer. Let's try negative 3. Negative 3 multiplied by 8 would equal negative 24. Let's try adding. Negative 3 plus 8 does equal positive 5. These are the numbers I'm after. I need the number negative 3 and the number positive 8 to split the middle term. So the first term doesn't change. The last term, the constant, doesn't change. But I will be replacing positive 5x with two terms. There'll be negative 3x and then plus 8x. Now, I should say it doesn't matter which way I write those. I could have written them the other way around. Everything will still work okay. I'm going to focus now on just the first two terms. I'm looking for a common factor between just those two terms. Well, there is no common factor between negative 4 and negative 3, but there is, of course, x. So x will be the factor, and I will have negative 4x minus 3. Now, if I preferred, I could have used a negative x factor, and then the numbers in the brackets would be positive. That's okay. Next bit. I'm looking for a common factor between the last two terms, those two. Now, here's the trick. Whatever common factor I pick, I absolutely want the brackets to look the same. So I might as well just write the brackets in now, because I know I want to have those brackets looking the same. So the question is, what do I need here that would multiply by negative 4x that really turns into, or started from being positive 8? That's a negative 2, isn't it? Negative 2 times negative 4x would be the same. Now, just double check that negative 2 times negative 3 actually is the same as positive 6. It is. So it's all good. It's all working. We've now got, this is a product. We don't normally write multiplication signs in here, but I'll do it just to emphasize what's going on. Now, there is a binomial term there, and there is the same binomial term there. We have a common factor, which happens to be a binomial. So I'll put negative 4x subtract 3, and then the x minus the 2, and we're factorised. This is how we factorise quadratic expressions by splitting the middle term. Thanks for watching.